Why does that have so many signs that say private residence?
It means you can't go up in them. It does. Some of these are like open house units. So you don't want looky-loos poking around your property. They're telling you, hey, we actually live here. Gotcha. Hello, everyone. It's Jeff. It's Mary Ellen.
All right, can we turn it up a little? It's hot here.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. We did have fun. It was a beautiful day.
Finally had to vacate.
And it really seemed almost back to normal, except for the distancing.
Distancing and masks.
And the mask. It was completely back to normal. It was very neat. Very nice to see because, believe it or not, it's not as fun as you think for it to be empty like that. It's sad.
No.
A bunch of cars on the right. A lot of them.
That's Reams Road.
So, yeah, we were able to get in at around a little after 9. It took forever to take the ferry boat from Ticket and Trans.
Yeah, they actually loaded another group in front of us, and everyone was like, what the heck? But it turns out they made them go upstairs.
Right. We went to Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain.
We didn't get to do Pirates.
No, and then we went over to Tom Sawyer's Island. We had lunch at the Skipper's Canteen.
It's one of those.
This is insane. We did the Haunted Mansion. Hello, Brazil. And we did the Hall of Presents. And once those masks start to get to you guys, it really is...
It's time to quit.
It goes from, like, you're being okay and to, like, you just want to die in a matter of minutes. The mask might be too much to ask of people in 120-degree heat. I can understand if you want us to put masks on when we're in line.
In the queues indoors.
Or
inside,
indoors.
In restaurants, not at our table.
But forcing people to wear them outside is pointless and horrible. And it's...
Might be negative, causing us to touch our faces too much.
I mean, you're never within 20 feet of somebody if you're outside, and I don't know.
We were able to pretty much distance quit. By the way, according to someone online...
No, they don't.
There was a fight on Tom Sawyer's Island today, according to someone on Facebook. If anybody could check that out, check any Disney news groups, message boards, and find out any information about the quote-unquote fight on Tom Sawyer Island, I would love to hear about what happened. Because we were out there today for quite a bit.
They do not allow you to take off your mask inside in shows, on
rides,
anything. And
not for pictures. They won't take your picture if you take your mask off. You won't get your ride photo like on Splash Mountain.
What is the deal with the lady bringing guns into Epcot?
There was the lady who came in through International Gateway. She had, I think, like a certain amount of marijuana and 2 pistols in her diaper bag.
Well, what was she thinking?
I don't think she was thinking. I think that,
Don't blame the man just because he's a man.
I'm not. I'm just talking about...
She the dummy that tried to bring a gun and weed into the park?
It may have been...
Everybody knows you got to smoke the weed before you go in a park. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's silly. Why would you do that? It must have been an accident.
I think it was an accident. I heard a story of a guy who had a concealed carry permit, and he took a gun and he left it on the dinosaur ride. And it went through a couple of times where people rode that ride, and in front of them was some Glock 19.
I really do think that they're just going to have to eventually go to a system where you have to put the mask on if you're in line.
Yeah.
But if you're out walking, I mean, Jesus,
if you're on
through that parking lot when it's I mean, you can't imagine the heat coming off.
In the parking lot leaving, I took mine off. I didn't care. No one's going to say anything.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
But did you notice that other couple, when they were leaving, they were like, well, let's follow them because they look like they know where they're going. They were right up our butt crack.
That happens a lot to us.
A lot of times when we're doing social media, but even if we're just walking, Mary Ellen and I know how to walk with a purpose. And there was one time, I'll never forget it, we're walking up to Ticket and Transportation Center, and then we said, you want to use the restroom? And you said, yeah, and we walked to the right, and the guy went, oh, I thought they knew where they were going. And his girlfriend went like, well, they do, they're just not going where you're going. Like he was
not my job to follow.
He was following us, and he got mad that we weren't going where he wanted. I'm like, I'm not going with you, man. It's not a team situation.
That was far more people in that park today than I expected.
Quite busy.
You think this Starbucks closed at 1 p.m.?
This Starbucks up here?
Why would it close at 1 p.m.?
No, it's right next to a Walmart.
Yeah, that closes at 9 p.m.
Yeah. We'll see if it's open or not.
You guys, a lot of that forcing people to go in one way, and that's getting real old at Disney because at some point I thought, well, they don't want me to come in and spend a bunch of money at this retail shop.
You got to go all the way around.
All the way around.
Exit this way.
At one point on Tom Sawyer's Island, we're just like, we can't play this game all day, so we had to go
through some ropes that
we just went through the ropes that we weren't supposed to go through because I couldn't keep walking around Tom Sawyer's Island looking for the exit anymore when I could see it from where I was.
They had some sort of intended. I think someone was messing with us or closed off a path because there would have otherwise been no way out.
I just opened it up and went through it. I can't play that game all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all the time in the world, so I can't imagine how it must be if you don't have all the time in the world. God, these neighborhoods are gorgeous. Let's buy one. A whole neighborhood.
Well, not a whole neighborhood, but
yeah.
I would love one of these units.
Hello, Holland.
Hello, Holland.
Who was a Dutch?
The Netherlands. Holland is the Netherlands.
The no other Dutch. We need to rewatch Seinfeld.
We're going to Starbucks. We left Disney. We're thirsty.
Oh, my goodness.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Is Jorgen van Vlugenhugen being found?
No. The guy from Holland's fine.
Oh, cool.
Wow, this is really beautiful. So all of these are brand new, huh?
It's pretty new. I think these have all been built in the last 4 or 5 years.
So let's buy one.
Okay, let's buy one next year.
Do we want to live this far out?
For my folks, it's
yeah.
It's a little far. You are blowing up over
I know. What's going on with my phone? Did somebody pass away? Guess what? Okay.
Who was it?
More trolls than lately. Trolls don't bother me, you guys. Yeah. Although if I say that too much, they'll come in droves.
Yeah, then they say, I
really don't care.
Put some pants on and come chat with us.
Overlook. Overlooked. Those houses are about 3 times the price they should be. Those don't have pools.
Some do.
Some do, but like it's not every one of them. Summer Lake is 10 years old. Mm-hmm. Summer Lake is nice. Ooh, is it really 10 years old? My goodness.
Yeah.
Hello in Metairie.
Metairie, cool.
Yep. Our friend in Metairie. You guys, I heard Portico is closing up until further notice. That's a restaurant I worked at in the French Quarter of New Orleans. And that thing has been there for years. And I mean, if I had to guess when Portico was open,
the 17th century.
Yeah, like seriously, that long. I'm not even kidding.
For Katrina, and it's closing now.
But I think it's closing up, and I don't think it's going to reopen. The mayor is going back to phase 1. Oh, God. Lunch was delicious, the Skipper Canteen. I thought
Skipper Canteen.
That them having a reduced menu was going to be terrible, but it actually wasn't.
Well, we had the Dr. Falls steak, which was really good.
Mm-hmm. And there was some kind of spicy guava barbecue that was just...
You asked for it. It was nice.
To die for. Some sort of...
If you like the post on Instagram that shows our entree and dessert, and if you like it before 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to screenshot at that time who liked it, and I'll randomly select one of those people to win a pin. And we've shown the pin in the previous video.
Yeah.
So,
and it does say 2020 on it, so that's kind of cool. Sarah and Chris, I sent y'all a pin with 2020 on it too, because you have to have something with the 2020 on it.
We'll never forget 2020. This is the most wackadoo year of my life.
Although, on a personal note, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, things are good. I mean, I can't complain. Just trying to get in a better shape, but otherwise, things are really good.
That wasn't me, by the way, who suggested the bus thing. I don't know what bus thing. Regis, the hair salon?
I've used a Regis before. They're okay. I go to a barber.
Oh, I want something like, I want a lemonade splash.
You want a mango dragon fruit refresher.
Yeah. Oh, Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin.
Philbin.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, apparently he did. I'm very sorry to hear that. That's crazy.
We are closed. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, what are they doing to me?
We have to go to Bear Lake.
Oh.
Quick, to the interstate.
We also have to buy cat food.
Yeah, we'll get some.
The other night we were on a search for nicotine gum. Tonight it's cat food.
The basics.
Enjoy your white privilege. Enjoy it. Hope you do well with it. Working out for me. Yeah, sorry, Jay. We should have just listened to Jason. Well, we were already on the way. Who closes a Starbucks at 1 p.m.?
Maybe they're doing training.
Maybe they're communist.
No, gosh. Well, they're capitalists. They'd be wanting to sell me coffee right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not very good capitalists. That's nuts. Closing a Starbucks at 1 p.m. Of course, they closed that Walmart the other night at 9. 9 o'clock. Why would you close a Walmart? The toilet paper issue does seem to be behind us.
Yeah, behind us.
That was so stupid. I think everything is stupid, apparently. Early is okay, but 1 p.m., right, Margie?
If it was like 7, I would understand. Like, okay, they're closing a little early, but 6 o'clock, but 1?
1?
Anybody want the evening shift? No. All right.
I must tell you, it's a huge relief to see Disney back to normal.
There were a lot of... one thing I want to say about the crowd out there, they were a healthy crowd, excited.
Young and healthy.
Young, a lot of kids, a lot of families. A lot of, you said
beautiful families.
You complimented a couple of families. You were like, you have a beautiful family.
Yeah, I like to see big, beautiful family. Toilet paper to last for years, and
Hall of Presidents.
Apparently, you can't buy a gun now either.
Hall of Presidents had a very enthusiastic crowd.
It was packed. Well, I say packed. Every other row they wouldn't see.
It was filled appropriately. We were overfilled.
It was, yeah. They had filled it up what they would fill it up with. A root beer float. God, that sounds good.
Root beer tastes like toothpaste to me. I'm not a fan.
That's because you're crazy.
You know how like people...
I actually do get that.
You know how people who eat cilantro, 30% of them taste soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that way with root beer. I can't drink it. It doesn't quench my thirst.
Cell reception.
I'm sorry if it's bad.
Do I get it where?
We have a 4G LTE connection from Verizon. We have unlimited data, and I feel like we do pretty good with our connection and our video quality. I tried to run out of the Prism app today, but I don't know if it worked out too well, so we just run natively out of Periscope on iPhones. It's pretty good video. What I like is the speed.
Oh, they ask you not to record the Hall of Presidents. So
there's certain attractions, they'll say don't video record.
And if they say don't, we don't.
We typically don't. Sometimes, like late at night at the Carousel Progress, they won't say anything. They'll just say no external video lighting, so don't be annoying.
Nope, this was a
the Toyota Camry. Why would they think it was a Tesla?
Truck.
Nah.
Haven't driven a truck in years.
My dad's got a pretty big truck. What's that in front of us?
The Hall of Presidents is a really impressive thing, but it is a movie for like the first 15 minutes.
It's not really like the roll call of presidents until the very, very end.
Why do they do that? For probably music rights, if I had to guess, Michael. Why they ask you to not record some and record others?
Might be music, or
they might find it interferes more. We've had a bunch of people tell us recently that either live streamers or YouTubers have been approached not to film.
I assume it's around security. A lot of these streamers...
That's my assumption.
They do these marathon long streams, like 4, 8, 12 hours.
Security doesn't like it.
They get squirrely, and I get that.
And with less people in the park, families don't like it. So if they're more likely to see you doing it...
Like, we don't stand in a queue line and film the person in front of us.
I can't do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it.
I also feel might be and I think this is a wrong move. There's a natural inclination to be like, I'm in a line at Disney and I'm bored. I'm going to turn on Periscope and this is going to be interesting. And it's really not.
It's not, right?
Yeah, queue line at Disney is not the most interesting thing to live stream.
You can't really talk.
And you can't rely on the chat to entertain you.
That's not fair to people.
Yeah, you need to be the host and try to drive topics.
We don't want to do this where people can hear us around.
Mm-hmm.
That would be annoying if you were...
You don't want to be like 2 people up and you're rolling your eyes at the live streamers behind you.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it real low key. Fly on the wall experience.
But today was wonderful. Today was the first day where I really felt like emotional. I actually got really nervous this morning.
You were nervous when we started streaming.
I was very, very nervous. I hadn't been nervous in years. Lifestyle choices. I don't do anything.
And you were also nervous about a package that you were mailing, and
Thank you,
found
Mark.
out it arrived to its destination. Thank you.
Yeah, I had mailed a package that I was afraid wasn't going to show up, and I got so worked up over that.
You agonize over stuff like that.
I agonize over things I can't control.
And there's nothing I can do. Like,
I don't think the water parks are open.
No, they're not. I think Volcano Bay is open at Universal. I don't think Aquatica is open.
Not allowed to.
Not allowed to what?
Also, there was a lot of people. You know how you were supposed to go in one way and come out the other?
They were not listening.
They weren't listening to that, which I really don't normally care about.
But we were being told to.
Right. It was shocking alone. Oh, broadcasting the video if you're making. Yeah, they don't give us copyright issues because we don't make a penny off this.
But this is considered amateur home live stream.
If you guys want to mail us checks, you're welcome to.
No, we don't want to make money. I want to be like Consumer Reports.
Beautiful.
You know how Consumer Reports doesn't let you advertise because they're totally independent. You're getting our uncompensated opinion. We are not shills. We're not Disney employees.
No, if you don't like Disney, I'm fine. Someone today was trying to push me with that. Disney sucks. Okay, it's your business.
You might like wrestling.
Broadcast is not for commercial use. Yeah, that's why I worry about people like Tim Tracker and people who make their living.
Make their live.
I don't understand. They could cut you off tomorrow.
If YouTube just decided, you know what, all this free video, it's only.
You're not going to pay to watch someone walk around Disney.
No, I wouldn't. That's what that Disflix tried to do. They were going to put periscoping and Instagramming behind a paywall.
I understand people's inclination to try to make money off of live streaming. I just don't.
Feels like busking in the street, you know, like I got my super chats and so you're now my best friend.
Well, if I got this to the point where I was making money off of it and I had to go to Disney every day, why not just work at Disney?
Yeah, just go work at Disney and make the magic happen.
Yeah.
And then you can vlog at your, to advertise the company.
PayPal account, yeah, we don't do that.
No, gosh, no, we're not doing anything like that. We don't even do like the personal shopping, like, hey Jeff, go buy me that purse.
No, I might do you a favor if we're friends.
If we're real close, and we've done that before, and like, I'm buying something at Dooney and they're going to pay me back, okay.
No, this is a toll road.
Yeah.
This is just a hobby for us. To each his own. Well, thank you. We love you guys too. Honestly, that's why we do this. Is talking to you guys and meeting you guys is really nice.
There's a diehard Disney community. We found there's.
That's a good question, Shannon. I don't know.
What was the question?
Do you have to pay taxes on like super chats and PayPals?
Technically, you're supposed to be taxed on that as income. Yeah.
But people don't like.
I'm gonna tell you. I sure hope they don't. But one day the IRS is going to be looking for a big fat target, and maybe they'll go after streamers and. Because a lot of
Michael says as you do.
Well, think about this real quick. Like, I don't want to get any graphic or anything, but there's lots of like salacious girls out there that get gifts from guys.
Yes.
Are they reporting all those gifts as income correctly?
That's a good question.
So there's potential for trouble there. You should always consult your attorney.
Normally, what we say to you
and your accountant
is if you want to give us money, give it to Give Kids the World. Unfortunately,
they're not running right now.
Right now, they're not running. So the Dave Thomas Foundation.
Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is a personal charity for me. It means a lot to me and us. So
yeah,
we're just having fun.
Yeah. Yep. And man, oh man, am I glad to see Disney.
We went to Starbucks in Independence Way. And it was closed. And Jason even said, it's closed. And you're like, oh, okay. We still went by.
You like your Mickey ears, Sarah?
Oh.
Those things are so fun.
She got really cool Mickey ears. Jackson got the Space Mickey, which that had
Hurricane.
As someone who had a background in developmental psychology, I figured at that age, that imagery would really connect. A spaceman Mickey would connect.
Absolutely.
So that's
he jumped off the shelf at us too. Mm-hmm. Like I had to have him, or Jackson had to have him.
Yep, that's for that person. It just goes together. It's a perfect fit.
And there was no rain, although it did get incredibly hot.
We've been doing periscoping for 5 years on this account.
I know y'all are tired of hearing me complain about the mask, but
they stink.
Oh my God, in the heat, it's unreal.
Man, it's so nice to sit in the car and not have to wear a mask right now.
in the heat, it's so ungodly. It's hard to describe.
It's 93 out here, but we got the AC.
It is heavy. That's a heavy set of ears. That is a very heavy set of ears. I'm afraid that they're going to fall off of me.
As my grandmother would say, genuine rhinestones. Those are genuine rhinestones. And gonna get
making rocking noises and carrying them around.
She would also talk about just going to upgrade her kitchen and get the Korean countertops. No, they're Korean.
Korean.
No, she would get the Korean countertops. What, are they from Seoul? What's up with these?
The masks are harder than you would ever believe. If they drop that mask requirement before October, Michael, you might consider coming back.
Yeah.
Because it's not that bad. It's really not. It's just the mask thing.
I tell you, when we're not required to wear the mask, we're going to be like champs out there. We're going to be breathing easy.
Yeah. The mask thing. In September, yeah, it's still going to be hot in September.
Yeah.
It'll be hot through October.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up in Florida, sometimes you'd get like 80-degree days in September, but
yeah,
you don't get cool till October, November, and then you can get some.
And the winter's I can't wait for Christmas this year, you guys. And you know they did cancel the Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal.
Oh man, people are agonizing.
Yeah, they are.
I was going to take my nephew this year.
Do we have In-N-Out here in Florida?
We have In-N-Out burgers?
Yeah.
No, they're only in California.
Yeah.
There's one in Texas.
I knew I'd been to one. It was in California, though.
We didn't know to order it without the Thousand Island dressing, so Mary Ellen didn't care for it.
You think it'll be all the way into 2021 before the limits go away? Shall see. The way I figure it at this point is if you're high risk, if you're elderly, if you're morbidly obese, if you have bad lung conditions or some problem, then you need a quarantine, and the rest of us can start the economy back up.
Yeah, we'll stay out there and try to keep things running.
Every employee looks happy to be back out there.
We asked them sometimes, are you glad to be back?
You glad to be back? Yes.
Yes, I was bored.
Yeah, that guy told us today I was so bored. And now that Disney's back to normal, I would say they're right up there with Universal's opening. It just took them a while. Universal opened great. Well, you guys.
That's pretty much it.
I don't have much else to say.
Unless they have any questions, we'll answer any family.
Something you want to tell me.
Something you want to tell us, get off your chest.
Requests of things you'd like to see. Oh, we did make a day for, what did we make?
Hollywood Studios, I think August 25th or 26th.
What day of the week is that?
It's like a Tuesday.
So it'll be after work, we'll go out there, but
that'll be cool.
It'll be really fun. And I think we have another Magic Kingdom day on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. So that's coming up. And otherwise, check out our
Facebook for the schedule.
Yeah, the water parks are still closed to my knowledge. The unemployment, if there's been a mess, I don't know anything about it, but we haven't...
Are people having problems?
Yeah, she heard that Florida was kind of having a mess with that, but we have been very blessed that Jeff's job did not change at all. So
I was able to work from home, and it's been working as fine as ever.
They may not know, Shannon. They just may not know. Our next park day, I think, is...
A week from Sunday?
Yeah, a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow in Magic Kingdom again. Maybe we'll close it out and do a sunset scope.
That'd be fun. Sorry, they probably just don't have any idea yet that those water parks are so questionable. Mm-hmm. Half the scientists say that the water parks shouldn't be an issue because of the sun and the chlorine. And then the other half say, "What are you, crazy?" So
don't be near people in water.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm really sorry about that. I hope that you don't cancel your trip because right now things are working out just fine, and we had a beautiful day out there, and we're gonna have another one next Sunday. So join us for that, and we'll see you guys.
Today was our return, our morning. The first time we did a morning scope in Magic Kingdom. And
don't you think it was normally when we arrive at 9 a.m. there are usually fewer people than were there this morning at 9 a.m.
We've taught them well.
Everybody's learned.
Everyone is fans of ours. Those were all our friends.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much.
We'll be back later.
Like one more person is typing. The water parks are worth doing. Give it a shot. We'll see you guys soon. Hey, Jeff. That was a really fun night at Epcot.
That was a classic Jeff and Mary Ellen going on a date at Epcot night.
You guys, it feels like we're finally back for real and not like it's just kind of showcasing what was to come. That actually felt... You missed it! Well, that's why we have replays.
You missed it. We were live all night.
They did close at 9. We showed up around...
No fireworks at 9.
4 o'clock?
I want to say a little before that, maybe like 3:45.
Road Ramble is better than any people mover scope. That is so nice.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, check them out because we had some food scopes that are worth seeing. We had...
I'll go back and retitle those. That'll help people find those better. Sometimes we throw scopes on. We don't even type up any title.
Well, we scoped this Canada food and wine.
That was dinner.
Yeah, we had a filet mignon and a cup of that soup.
Then we went to World Showplace, had the...
Oh, Jeff, it was nice to meet you and your lovely wife.
Jeff, and by the way, I didn't catch his wife's name.
I didn't get that either. I'm really sorry that I didn't.
We want to remember it, so please let us know.
And then we had macaroni and cheese, and then we had some dessert scopes.
Oh, we had the...
Karen, okay, very nice to meet you guys.
Karen, okay, we'll remember that. Very lovely.
Yeah, Canada is the place to eat right now, and if you can get into Le Cellier, check the prices before you go, but it really is fantastic. And if you can't afford to actually eat at the restaurant or you don't have the time, they do have a small sampling booth. A Weedway scope, well, when I get you one, I'll let you know.
Well, I don't think they're running there right now.
Disney will be open at the end of September. I really feel like they were just too cautious opening. I don't want to say too cautious because that sounds really bad to people. Yeah. But the truth is Universal wasn't nearly as cautious, and it seems to have worked better.
Well, Universal, I felt very safe there. I like all their procedures. Everything felt very clean. I was very pleased with going to Universal.
But Disney, too, the thing is, when it's as empty as it is, it makes you feel like they can't afford to stay open.
Yeah.
I mean, really, there was no one in there. And the people that were in there weren't really spending money. You know what I mean?
No.
It didn't even look like a lot of people were purchasing merchandise, and they gave APs 30% off merchandise. So that should be flying off the shelves. And it doesn't seem to be. So Disney's going to have to figure something out, some way to get people to come back.
I did see today they were able to restock the Splash Mountain store with more Splash Mountain merchandise. So...
A lot of things aren't open, but there's enough open that you'll be okay.
I'll give it a good example. When we did the cast member preview, the Rebus Brothers store in the Mexico Pavilion was closed. It was open tonight. So slowly but surely, everything is reopening.
Jason wants to do a Hollywood day.
Hollywood!
You and your uncle, we'll figure that out as soon as we can, Jason.
I want to take his brother, too, if we can make that happen, and be part of a Millennium Falcon crew.
Yeah. We haven't been to Hollywood since it reopened. We're kind of saving that one.
Maybe we'll do a Brown Derby dinner. Or 50s Prime Time, or Sci-Fi Dine-In, or Mama Melrose. I maintain that Hollywood Studios has underrated restaurants.
I agree.
Both the quick service, like with the Backlot Express, which I had a killer chicken sandwich there when we went with Michael and Luba and his family. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I love the chicken sandwich there. I love Mama Melrose, 50s Prime Time, Sci-Fi Dine-In. I've never done the... Hollywood and Vine, or Hollywood and Dine, that's like a family-style buffet.
Right. They're going to change buffets, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're probably going to change.
Sci-Fi is one of the last restaurants we ate in before the quarantine. It was wonderful.
It was.
Well, the crowds are going to be low for a while, and when I say it's low...
One report we saw today was they're at 17% capacity.
It's way lower than that, I promise.
Well, it's probably that across the board, but you can't park hop. Most people... I saw the other day online... Someone said, if I can't park hop, I'm not going. To a lot of people, they love that experience of going deep into a theme park and then going to a completely different environment.
They lost a large percentage of their annual pass holders, including family of ours and stuff. The California Grill is open. I don't know about the ones in Japan. I have no idea. We walked through there wasn't a soul in it, and we just kept walking.
I don't remember the name of it. But right before Disney closed for COVID, a new signature dining restaurant opened in the Japan Pavilion. It's pretty pricey.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it. I actually watched the Tim Tracker video on it, and it looked amazing. I thought he did a great job.
In the direction of those lights is the parking lot for the Magic Kingdom, which is still 1.5 miles from the actual Magic Kingdom, but there it is. You can see a lot of the buses are currently parked there. The Springs is still open, and apparently it was busy last weekend.
To the right is the monorail beam that would take the monorail to Epcot, but they're not running that right now, which makes sense with lack of park hopping. But to me, if I was staying at Contemporary, I want to take the monorail to the Ticket and Transportation Center and then hop over to Epcot.
I wonder how Tim Tracker's doing this if he's having to reserve every day he comes out.
I imagine he is.
Because that man has made it to where he has to come out to Disney now.
That's his living.
That's his living.
He's professional. Him and there's a lot of
them. And I don't know what you would do because you have to make reservations unless they're giving him special consideration.
I don't believe he has anything more than a platinum pass, but I could be mistaken.
Wednesday or Thursday of next week. If you are, can you send us a private message because I really would like to meet up with you, but I can't.
The best way to get a hold of Jeff and Mary Ellen is either on Twitter at WDWScope, that's also our Periscope handle, or on Facebook, wdwscope.live.
And a lot of you guys are friends of mine on Facebook, which is fun too.
I hardly go on Facebook. I actually hopped on it not too recently, and I think I added Mr. Hopkins as a Facebook friend. So I'll get on there too. I maintain that Jeff and Mary Ellen are two of the most accessible Disney vloggers out there. Just shoot us a message, let us know where you're going to be.
And we'll do our best.
Right now, we can't park hop like we used to. We can't go.
We missed Palpable and Patrick the other day because of that.
It was nice because we were going one park, he was going another park. So.
And a lot of people, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you can be. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You can find us.
Don't cyber stalk us, guys.
Yeah,
we're not that interesting.
You're still welcome to be friends with me on Facebook. I think some of you are. It'd make it easier to catch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it too. I really am, and I think as the fall rolls along, things will become more and more normal.
Polynesian Village Resort.
And I think that by December it'll be pretty much back up and running.
I hope so. I really do.
I'm looking forward to them dropping the mask requirement. I don't want to be that person, but I just am.
I gotta tell you, my throat is a little sore from having worn that.
It does make your throat sore, especially if you do a lot of walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we all hope so too. But, you know, we're going to bring you as much of it as we can just because I know you guys, a lot of you had to cancel trips.
I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I think we did a pretty decent job tonight.
It was a lot of fun.
Considering that I dropped
Me too, Jason.
a ball on Sunday.
I'm looking forward to Christmas time.
Oh, Christmas time.
Y'all taking vaccines if they come out early? Hell no, not me. I'm not. And neither is Jeff because I'm not going to let him.
No, I think I'll get the antibodies test. I think Mary Ellen and I already had this, so there's really no need for us to get a vaccine.
I'm going to let other people get vaccines first and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. How about that?
And if they don't turn into polka-dotted elephants, maybe.
We're just not high risk.
No. Save the vaccines for the immunocompromised, the elderly, the infirmed, you know. That's what we need to do.
And I really do believe we already had it. Again, can't prove it, but that's what I think happened.
I think about half of the NBA is staying in the Grand Floridian right now, so if you wanted to stop in and say hi to them, we could do that.
Mm.
They're going to be starting...
It's too bad we're not drug dealers. We're going to make a killer.
Yeah. But we... The NBA will be playing at the Disney's Wide World of Sports starting on July 31st. They're going to finish out the season.
There you go. I'd like to go see a game or two, but I don't know how, you know.
We'll see how that works.
A Disney 2020 shirt. We actually bought a gift for a friend. It was a pen with 2020 on it because you have to have something.
Yeah, I wrote a special note for it too because we'll never forget this
Well, I'm glad you're okay, Hoovie. And
Hoovie!
In all honesty, it's so hot in Florida. They say there's a spike here. I've yet to meet anyone who's sick or knows anyone who's sick here.
We're very fortunate in that regard.
Well, we are. I don't think it's in Central Florida. I think it's down in Miami.
I think South Florida has been hit real
Maybe
hard.
a little in Tampa, but like our hospitals are empty, and even the nurses I know are like, I just want to go back to work. Mm-hmm. So I'm not telling you come here and go crazy, but I am telling you that it's if there's a spike, it's not in Central Florida. The testing was faulty. Yep.
Some of the reporting was as well.
Yeah. I know. The Panhandle, I think, is fine. There might be a little bit more than that there because of the Gulf beaches are so beautiful and people go to them, but I don't think so. I mean, I really think that the spike that you hear about in Florida is down in Miami. It's the only thing I can think because no one here is sick. It is frustrating. Everybody keeps talking about a spike here and it's just not happening. Ooh, Pensacola's nice. And it's so hot. How's Louisiana? Depends on what part of the state you're in. South Louisiana is having a rough go of it, I believe. I was just joking about the drug dealer thing. You guys, I put my my music back on my phone, and there's some good music on here. Your MD said you both had it last fall, but didn't know. I think we had it. My mom is fine. Thank you, Jason. She's fine. My brother...
She's bored.
She's bored out of her mind.
Stuck at home since February.
But my brother, who lives nearby, and he has MS, so he's high risk too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of high risk people taking care of each other. No, it's not over for you. It just may have to skip this time around, but I promise it's not over because I'm just not going to let it be. If I have to go run Disney myself, you guys, I'll take care of all of you. How about that? I'll be the Willy Wonka of Walt Disney World. Well, Disney misses you too, I promise you, because it does feel different when there's a lot of people there.
That's the cast member parking lot for Magic Kingdom, and it's foggy on your window. You can't see that. So this is the northeast edge.
Hey, God bless Canada. We've had a lot of fun at the Disney, the Canadian Pavilion the last couple of weeks. We really have.
Yeah,
lots of fun. We have to, unfortunately, stop at Walmart up here near property.
So there's the one here in Horizons West we like. It's a brand new Walmart, very clean, very fresh, well stocked.
And it's my fault we have to stop here because I need nicotine gum. Sorry.
But hey, I'd rather buy you nicotine gum than cigarettes.
No, me too. Well, tonight we had a sampling of filet mignon with
a cheddar cheese soup.
A cheddar cheese soup that is just to die for.
And a macaroni and cheese dish, and then the frozen nitro cake pops. You had the M&M covered one. I had the Twix covered one. And the showstopper was called a frozen s'more, and it was so good. And now they also offer one that's mixed with vodka. I didn't need that.
They did have poutine.
Yeah, they did. We tried that.
The thing about the poutine, though, is the soup is better than the poutine.
Yeah.
It really is. That cheddar soup is just a signature dish from that Canadian restaurant, and it's... Poutine, that was fantastic, but in all honesty, with the soup, you just didn't need it. White nitro and cake, it's a cake pop that they froze in nitro.
They freeze in nitro.
I don't know if that's necessarily from the Canada Pavilion. It was just nearby.
No, that was in World Showplace. That's just being Epcot and science-y.
But the steak and the potato soup was from Canada. And I believe that mac and cheese is the same one they serve at Le Cellier, which is the fine dining steakhouse that's in the Epcot Pavilion.
Our friend Mark went there, I think his first time at Epcot when he went in '83. He went to Le Cellier.
Tim Hortons. We don't have Tim Hortons down here.
Oh, no. We have Krispy Kreme. That's what you get down here. That's what you want. And actually, where you're from, it's Shipley's.
Oh, my God.
Shipley's donut. They actually have a Shipley's donut down in Tampa, and I've been meaning to make a drive down there to get Mary Ellen some.
Shipley's donuts is unreal. But that's what I was raised on. Hot and ready. That's right. Dunkin' Donuts, where you are?
Dunkin's huge up in like New England. They have Dunkin's down here as well, but up in New England, there's one every 5 feet.
Voodoo Donuts is pretty good, I must admit. You guys, that's at the City Walk for the Universal Park property. I'm going to do something
uncharacteristic of Jeff, and that is I'm going to say Voodoo's a little overrated.
Nah, he's wrong. They're not overrated. Okay. Sorry. He's a very smart man, but about this, he's wrong.
Listen, he's a smart man.
He's a smart man. We've been watching The Sopranos a lot. You heard Ohana's cooks are working at the Canadian restaurant.
I did hear that, or some of their servers. Yeah, I'd heard that. There's going to be a whole lot of staff juggling right now.
Well, I tell you, when you go into those world showcases, it's no longer, like, if you're in France, it's not a French person.
Just like they have the Disney College program, they also have a Disney Cultural Exchange program where workers from those particular nations come. Like our friend Vicky worked at the Rose and Crown. And she's from
Bristol.
She's from Bristol, isn't it?
And Jeff's always making fun of that.
Get you a point, eh? Little bass, huh?
I think he went Cajun there for a minute.
Yeah, huh? Laissez le bon temps rouler.
There was all over the place.
A lag nappy.
It's lanyap. Don't say lag nappy. Oh, Yankee.
The Yankee from Florida.
Yep, that's you. when you're from Louisiana, everybody who's not from Louisiana is a Yankee.
I heard you call someone from, like, South Georgia a Yankee.
I didn't call that girl a Yankee. Could have, though. All right. Well, what else did we do tonight? We did the Living with the Seas. No, what's it called?
The Seas with Nemo.
The Seas with Nemo. And then we did Figment, which wasn't open the other day for the cast member preview. It was open tonight. Everything seems to be working.
Yeah, except the skunk effect. They turn off anything that sprays at you like that.
You can still kind of smell it. You know what that actual smell is?
I think it's like roasted coffee beans.
It's burnt coffee beans. Oh, that's what makes that horrible smell in the Figment ride.
But it also is an easy smell to, like, cleanse your palate, so it goes away real quick. Like in those perfume places, they have little coffee bean stuff.
It's sad that there's no perfume shop open in Paris right now, and I don't know. It's sad to see it that empty, but also kind of something you need to see in your lifetime. Oh, don't close that. Good Bristol accent. Are you from Bristol?
No, that was a raw Bristol accent.
He's pretty much as be kind to a Yankee. I love Yankees. I'm just saying, if you're not from Louisiana, you're a Yankee. Mississippi kind of don't count. Texas do.
Okay. Texas is almost like its own country.
Texas is a fun place. I like Texas.
Oh yeah,
it really is a great place. It holds up to its reputation. Wow, this is a dark road.
It was a dark and stormy night. I had just taken a creative writing class.
How much are these houses you think?
They start in the low 300s.
Yeah? Let's buy 2 of them.
Whoa, okay.
We'll buy one, and then we'll have one that our friends can come stay at.
I love it. Well, the communal backyard.
They really are beautiful. I know it's hard to see at night, but they're...
We've done scopes where we go through these neighborhoods. It's a lot of fun.
They're big, beautiful homes.
Yeah, we're now 20 minutes out of the Epcot parking lot.
20 minutes?
We also went around.
We went the long way, that's right.
We're definitely going the long way.
I'm sorry that you have to stop.
I could turn the brights on right now.
Yeah, you could. The police are out, too, like crazy. Pulling people over, waiting for people. You like the slower pace down south? I love living up north.
Yeah, Mary Ellen was in Chicago for almost 4 years.
Yeah, I loved it, but I'm glad I don't live there anymore.
I'm glad you live here with me.
That cold weather is no joke. You guys aren't kidding about that up there. Whew.
Jesus.
Snow? Like actual snow on the ground. I couldn't believe it.
This southern boy can't handle that.
No.
It's not for me.
And walking in snow is a skill you learn as a young person.
Can't put your hands in your pocket.
Didn't know I couldn't put my hands in my pockets, slipping around, sliding around. Looked like a crazy person. I was 25 years old the first time I saw snow. I called my mom. There's snow.
Which is weird because it has since snowed a lot at your mom's house. But it didn't used to.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just try to get here to Disney while it's dead like this.
They may have to self-quarantine when they return home. There's a lot of rules about that.
You like long summers? I do too. And the heat doesn't bother me one bit. Although, I must tell you, it sucks when you meet people the first time and your hair's all frizzy and your makeup's all running.
That's why I always say everything in Florida is casual. Even fine dining, for the most part, casual.
The below zero on your way to work, and the worst part is it can be 12 noon and still be below zero. That's what killed me. I was like, you don't even get a break from it. Anywhere you have to wear hats and gloves is a no. I couldn't believe that. Like, if it's really 100 degrees here, at nighttime it'll drop down to 70, 75. But up north, if it's below 20, it may not rise above 20, and that's crazy. Or below 20. It may not rise below 20. You got me. Nice new Publix out here. Let's all buy houses out here. We'll make a neighborhood.
Okay.
Everybody in for that? I mean, all this is brand new. Restaurants, Publix, and...
There's the incredibly nice luxury theater over here.
Do you guys think theaters are going to be a thing of the past?
I hope not. I like the movie-going experience.
What did we hear? Okay, so John Boyega of Star Wars fame, he played Finn.
Yes, in the new trilogy.
He made a comment a while back.
In an interview for Rise of Skywalker, like one of those press junkets.
He said, "You're not going to Disney Plus me." In other words, you're not going to make a show about my character and put it on Disney Plus. Like, this guy has a lot of options right now anyway.
And then they announced today...
They're making a Lando series with Donald Glover, which I can't wait for.
I can't wait for him to go on the pro stuff. It's like, boy, I'm excited to go on Disney Plus with the home of the Mandalorian and other great content. And thanks for the big fat check, Disney.
I mostly meant movies, but if you think live theater is going to be changing too.
Oh, that's something to think about, yeah.
There are some movies coming out that I wanted to see. I wanted to see Top Gun 2.
You wanted to see...
Unhinged.
I want to see Tenet by Christopher Nolan. That looks amazing.
His loss, right? How can you say something that stupid right now when more people have Disney Plus in their homes than cable?
Yeah.
That doesn't make... Like, seriously, dude, I don't want to tell you your business, but that's a terrible thing to say. And it came off as being really... I don't know. I just don't think that's going to be good for his career. Because Disney Plus right now, I mean, The Mandalorian's the most popular thing.
That Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Shaw sure aren't too big for their britches to not be in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series for Disney Plus. Elizabeth Olsen is going to do a Scarlet Witch show. So, I mean, movie stars are a thing of the past. Once Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Leonardo DiCaprio pass away, they're not going to be a next generation of movie stars as famous as there have been. There just aren't.
Goodbye movie theaters.
Wow.
That's crazy. I mean, I see it.
Well, I guess the home theater experience has become such a strong thing.
You guys, we've watched The Sopranos 3 times during this quarantine.
Love that show. That's my favorite show of all time. Even more than Star Trek.
It's hard to believe that we're watching a 10-year-old show on a screen in our house that looks as good as a movie theater screen. The only thing I will miss is movie theater popcorn. Is that open? Yeah, you have to go around in that way.
Okay, I see.
No, sorry, babe.
Sorry, just making sure. Want to know how to do it.
Sorry, guys. He's got to go in and buy me something.
Do you want to stay with them? You going to take a break? What are you going to do?
Whatever you think.
Take a break.
Stay on.
You can stay on and see how long it takes me to go buy a gum.
Can't take that long, right? What, The Sopranos? All right, let's talk about The Sopranos a little bit.
Hey, Gabagool, Camilla.
It was so good in the first 2 seasons, and then it's okay.
No, I like season 3 as well.
Yeah, season 3. But then it gets really weird.
It's the post 9/11 stuff.
Yeah, why though?
It just took a darker turn.
Movie popcorn is the best, am I right?
With a bunch of crunch on it?
Oh my god. That's the reason I miss theaters right now.
There were certain movie theaters I would go to just because I knew those are the theaters that let you apply your own butter. I'll be back.
The Star Wars trilogy reboot rumors?
Haven't heard anything about
I haven't heard that. What are they trying to reboot? The originals? They're going to remake the original movies with new actors? Let's see if I can hold this without Jeff. See how I do. The NBA. I'm going to go see a game. How busy does the crowd look? Does it look packed? I bet it doesn't. HBO. I got HBO for Rome. Do you guys remember HBO's Rome? That was one of my favorites. And it was at the same time The Sopranos was running. When I moved up to Chicago, I didn't have any money. But I spent what little money I did have to buy The Sopranos.
They're closed.
They're closed. The season 1 and 2 DVDs. Oh, that's right. They're making like a TV movie for The Sopranos.
Yeah, The Many Saints of Newark. And Gandolfini's son, Michael, is going to play the young Tony Soprano.
Okay, so you're asking me what I thought about the new sequel trilogy that they just made? That second movie was so bad, I'll never watch it.
You were watching Rise of Skywalker today.
Yeah, but that second movie is horrible. And the third movie, you know, I never realized it before, but when we watched the originals lately, Princess Leia and Han Solo don't seem to like each other very much.
I think they bicker in a way that's so that little kids get that they're being flirtatious but bickering.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
So we're going to stop at a like a drugstore. I got you covered.
Okay. Sorry, baby.
It's okay.
It was closed.
I'm used to Walmart's being 24 hours, and we're in this...
stupid pandemic.
Yeah, this pandemic dystopia that...
And I can't go without nicotine gum because Jeff wouldn't like me if I didn't have it.
I don't think anybody would like that.
I'm not pleasant to be around when there's no mission being done. The third movie makes no sense from beginning to end. There's a lot of, like...
What do they mean? It doesn't make sense.
Platitudes, like, or things that they put in just because it's Star Wars. Like, when the Emperor says, what did he say that was...
Some that consider the abilities of the dark side to be unnatural.
No spectators. Okay. No spectators at those NBA games.
Oh, boring. Okay, whatever.
Well, we wanted to go, but I guess not.
Because they don't want us there. I would have thought they would have been charging people.
The second movie had book burning in it.
Well, technically, they didn't burn the books, but they implied that they did, but then they showed that they did.
It was Luke and Yoda supposedly burning books, and then laughing about it. It wasn't funny. Book burning is not okay. And it just looked really weird to have those two. Oh, we should make friends with those people.
See, this is bad news bears.
I'm really sorry.
That will get you going.
Just stopping by a pack of smokes. Starbucks no longer has a building at Epcot, but they have a...
like a stand near Canada going to World Showcase. We got some refreshers there tonight.
Yeah, it seems as though they have most of what you would want from a Starbucks, so that's good.
For your Starbucks devotees. I know there's some people that they hate Starbucks.
Well, if you like Starbucks, there's still one in Epcot.
I think more people like Starbucks than hate Starbucks, but there's like people on the ends of both spectrums.
The second movie flips off the first movie. The third movie flips off the second movie.
The
second movie is horrible. I'm sorry. When I got up from that theater, I felt robbed. And then I was like, was that movie that bad? And we went back and saw it again, and I was like, yeah, it was really that bad. Mm-hmm. They still got 2 movie tickets out of me. I don't know. That Princess Leia, I mean, poor Carrie Fisher. But I don't know about bringing back an actor who has died like that. It's so creepy. It's beyond creepy to me.
Well, I think in Rise of Skywalker, they're just using archival footage and sticking her into scenes and trying to make it work.
Is that why it doesn't make any sense?
Yeah, like when she's telling that Rebel pilot to be positive. Oh, this is great news. It doesn't really seem congruent with what's going on.
No. Although I do like the guy who plays Poe Dameron, and I think the girl's really good.
I think Kylo Ren, what's his name? Adam Driver. I think
great actor.
I think he's the most interesting thing about the sequel trilogy, and it's almost ripped from the page of the old Star Wars EU with a son of Han Solo and Princess Leia that's gone to the dark side. That's very...
This is an interesting question. Who watching us has actually read the original expanded universe Star Wars books? I would imagine it's not a lot of people. I did.
And we read all of the Star Wars EU books. All of them.
I was just curious if anyone else had. Because if I had known, well, I'd have probably still read them.
Luke had a son named Ben Skywalker instead of Ben Solo.
And then there was Han and Leia had twins.
Right, they first had twins, and then they had another child, a younger son.
That's right.
Named Anakin.
That's
Anakin
right.
Solo, and he died. He got killed by those aliens.
Those were okay books, but
they're all right.
Once they remade the prequels,
the Rogue Squadron stuff, the stuff with the rebels, and I like all the stuff with like the
Mark read some of them.
The smugglers and the sort of underworld and bounty hunters. I think that stuff's all really strong. I also think Star Wars is very much a visual storytelling. It may not translate to books as well.
Did you ever read the original screenplay?
I've not only read the original screenplays, I've read what is the original annotated screenplays by George Lucas that has his notes in the lines and explains a lot of the motivations and the behind the scenes and his thoughts on Star Wars. And that's a really interesting experience.
I've asked several people lately, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? And 2 of them have told me Rogue One.
That's a bizarre answer.
Isn't that a bizarre answer?
Not Empire, not even Hope or Jedi or...
what is Gator Burgers? Like burgers made of gator meat?
I've never had a gator burger. I have had gator tail. I like that. Deep fried. It's a good appetizer.
It's wild? I don't know. I'm thinking about... What is it about Rogue One people liked? I don't even remember. that movie very
Can't
well.
be Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor, two of the most dynamic characters ever put to bed, right? Snore. I think people like the director Krennic stuff, but he was too...
He was okay, that's
He was
true.
okay. No, he was really strong in the first scene with him and Mads Mikkelsen, and they're at the farm. We're this close to greatness. You must...
Oh, that screenplay is wild.
Oh, the screenplay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like if you ever read the original screenplay to Ghostbusters. Dan Aykroyd is either a certified genius or a definite wacko, but either way...
Why not both?
Probably.
Ghostbusters holds up, by the way, you guys.
Oh, the original.
We watched it.
And Ghostbusters 2, although I may have been looking at Ghostbusters 2 in 9-year-old rose-tinted glasses a lot in my life, but I still love it. I love that movie.
Remember how good the Ninja Turtles original movie was and how bad that second movie was?
Oh, Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze. Oh, I'm done.
Dream on, dweeb. If I do, I'll dream a little thinner.
Oh, that's nice. It's real
It was that
classy.
girl, but she had a thinner body. It was weird.
That original Ninja Turtle movie is really good and it holds up.
The Jim Henson animatronics and the turtle puppeteering, Kevin Clash as Splinter, it is absolutely fantastic. One of the best movies ever made. Even it's probably a better. It elevates the Ninja Turtles as a property. It's really good.
April O'Neil is who you're thinking of.
The news reporter?
Yes. The hottie, as he calls it.
Ah.
Ghostbusters is playing at City Walk. That's true.
We almost went to see it the other day, but I was exhausted.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad one to go see in the theater. Although we did just watch it recently.
You guys check out this pole? We should sleep here tonight.
It really does hold up. Ghostbusters, what do you want?
This scrumptious feast is the last of the petty cash.
Epcot was not busy, and it was wonderful.
No, we owned Epcot tonight. We owned it.
If you get a chance to come down here before the crowd shows back up, I recommend that you do it. It's a little bit sad, but
Yeah, a little bit.
it's also worth doing.
If you like watching our live streams from theme parks, which is typically what we do, we're going to do a heck of a lot more on Saturday morning for Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, Saturday morning is what we've been waiting for, to be honest with you. All this going back has been very nice, but Saturday morning, that's what I'm looking forward to. Quiet, Main Street, going over to Thunder Mountain and riding it twice at least. Jeff will do Splash Mountain for you, probably, maybe more than once.
I meant to do that the other day. When we were at Magic Kingdom last week, it was, a Thursday or something like that?
Yeah, it was random.
That was a last-minute plan, and when we were in there, I got a call and said, Jeff, you got an important work call at 7 p.m., so we had to bolt. So we didn't even get to stick around for close.
But it was wonderful.
But we didn't announce that. That was just a little bit. That was a little taste.
Well, Sunday, what we figured out is that Jeff can't wear his glasses and a mask and scope at the same time.
Okay, that's what my original theory was. Today I did pretty good. I didn't have a problem, but I wore a different mask, and I feel like I was fully rested. I think I woke up way too early on Sunday, and
we got up in the middle of the night on Sunday.
We were up at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, so that was probably what happened there. But we had a good time out there, and it was beautiful, and also empty. It's just empty. Yeah. I don't know what else to say except it's sad, but it's also a treat. It's very weird. I don't know. We'll show as much of it to you.
It's a sweet, is what one would say.
And Jason wants to go to Hollywood, and he really seemed excited about
that. Coca-Cola man?
Yeah, and he was real excited about that brown derby thing you said.
Oh, so, yeah?
Yeah, our little nephew.
Little? Kid's bigger than I am now.
And he's got some expensive taste, but that's okay.
He gets that from his
I'll buy him whatever he wants to. I just love him to death. But, yeah, he wants to go to the brown derby.
Yeah, I remember taking it like a 12-year-old. I'll have the roast duck.
We got to do everything we wanted. Like Jeff said, the longest line he waited in tonight, which, by the way, we got to meet Jeff Smith from Maine. Very nice and his lovely wife.
Now Jeff Smith, Florida now.
Yeah, now he's from Florida. But he said the longest line he waited in was for Frozen. Now, we did Spaceship Earth, no line. The Under the Seas with Nemo, no line. Figment, no line.
I love how you always, like...
I say everything wrong, I know.
You Louisiana the title of every Disney ride, and I absolutely love it.
I do what now?
You Louisiana it. And you know what I mean by that.
Okay, everyone from Louisiana, this is Jeff, and...
Hi, everyone from Louisiana. Like that.
Yeah, we're all back.
Like that engineering genius who had to go to emergency care because he kicked the water.
Hey, if you've never kicked a watermelon, you've never lived. Rain-X and anti-fog your glasses. Well, he's getting contacts tomorrow.
Yeah. The problem I have with these current glasses is they're about 7 years old and they had a special UV coating on them and it's coming off.
How many of what will close in the next few years?
Movie theaters?
Probably.
Theme parks?
Well, we're going to fix the
Starbucks?
situation because I like it when Jeff can see, especially since he drives me everywhere. The rides. You know, everything on the rides was working except for the Caballero that fell.
Well, yeah, when they're fixing him.
They're fixing him. Jose fell.
The parrot. And he's technically Brazilian, so he shouldn't even be in there.
Figment's in danger, you think? I don't think they have the money to close things right now.
They don't. Unless they have a dire need to replace something, I don't think you're going to see. I think it's going to be like it was 2006 when they installed Everest, and there weren't any changes in Disney World until 2012 with New Fantasyland. So we went 6 years. I think Spaceship Earth opened in 2007, but that was a refurb. But other than that, there was nothing new for the longest time.
What 3 things did they shut down?
What 3 things? What?
Grizz says they just shut 3 things down.
Who's this?
Grizz. Grizz forever.
Give us more information.
Yeah, we need more information than that. Because everything was open in Epcot, except Test Track.
Test Track went down.
It was a lightning storm.
Yeah.
They're not doing a lot of the shows are closed.
No, there was no fireworks show tonight. I don't think they're doing Happily Ever After right now. Which makes sense. Those shows are expensive. They're like 6 figures.
What did they close in the Magic Kingdom?
What is closed in the Magic Kingdom? When you say closed, it's
I don't think they've opened the People Mover back up.
No, they haven't. Not since the cast previews. They
Stitch closed.
Stitch has been closed for a while. The
Primeval World.
robots have been scrapped. Primeval World, they recently have officially 86. It's gone. It's off.
There was nobody in that seas today. Not a soul.
No, there weren't.
TTA is not running.
No, it's not. People Mover, yeah.
Rivers of Light. I don't think people saw that anyway.
No, they did not.
The light show at Animal Kingdom and the one ride in Animal Kingdom. That Primeval World, which was A-Bear's favorite, by the way.
Was it A-Bear?
I think it was A-Bear.
Oh, I thought it was Eric, DVC 71.
Well, right now, Epcot can't close anything because most of it's under construction. If they closed anything, you're talking about a half-day park now.
Yeah. They need that Ratatouille ride.
Yeah, it needs to open.
That'd be a big draw once they get that open.
You can't believe how dead it was in there.
It was really delightful, to be honest with you.
It was, but it's also sad. I don't know how to say it, but it's sad.
If I can get to that Publix before 10, I can run in and buy some gum.
I don't think you're going to make that, baby.
Well, challenge accepted.
What about the Walmart that you used to work at? That one.
We'll see.
I don't know why they didn't keep doing the construction for Ratatouille except money.
Guys, Disney just spent early this year, or late last year, an $80 billion to acquire the Fox movie catalog for Disney Plus. $80 billion, I don't care who you are, is a lot of money. I think Disney as a corporation is cash strapped.
I think anything they tell you they're going to build, I would think twice before you believe
If they
them.
have not broken ground, if there is not earth moved, if a shovel hasn't hit the ground, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Ratatouille was supposed to open last week or something.
Yes, it was actually supposed to open when Epcot reopened, but it didn't. They have also removed the banner that said opening summer 2020.
Yeah. I don't know if they just couldn't afford to pay the construction to do it. It's like an open heart surgery. That's the best way to describe it.
Now they are working.
You can't leave it that way.
They are working on the construction for what was Innovations. That is.
But then they have the Guardians coaster. Who knows how long that's going to take now?
Yeah, but they have to finish that. They can't just leave a capital expenditure of $1.5 billion like that.
The contractors were laid off before cast members were furloughed.
Yep.
The cast members all seem very happy to be back. They really do. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's just sad.
We love y'all.
But it's also something that you need to see in your life if you can. Now, Jeff and I are used to seeing Disney kind of empty because we go so early in the morning.
We do what's called rope drop, where you get there before the park opens, and they let you in to a limited area, and then they do a little ceremony. The parks are now open.
Yeah, you can't fight those unions.
That's tough.
On the other hand, I don't want construction workers getting sick either. You know. Again, I don't think that's an issue here, but
I think a lot of Disney fans, I think they were really excited on the prospect of, wow, with the parks closed, think of how much maintenance and construction they could get done without having to worry about the people in the way.
We did all think that.
That's a great notion, and it's really sweet. But the practical reality is, if they're not selling T-shirts and Mickey bars, they ain't going to be doing anything.
And I didn't see a lot of people buying merch today.
No, I didn't either.
I did not. And
The people going to Epcot tonight, they were mostly locals, I imagine, and I didn't see hardly anybody doing much up. A lot of people will tell you, locals and AP holders, they don't buy merch and spend money the way
we do.
Other people, we do. We spend a few bucks at Disney. We're known to do that, but a lot of people don't.
Christmas. I think Christmas is where they're going to make this up. And
I remember in the 80s, my mom used to pack a cooler. She'd make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and pack Cokes and chips, and she'd bring me and my aunts would bring their kids, my cousins, and we'd go and have a picnic lunch on Tom Sawyer Island, and we'd play hide and seek and run through the caves.
I'm ready to go back to Tom Sawyer Island.
It was really easy for my family to do that growing up, and I don't know, other than the passes, they're not spending any money at Disney. Now multiply that across 30 years.
Well, they were maintaining something while we were gone because every animatronic is working. Everything's working. So that's good.
Every effect in Spaceship Earth was working.
Man, I want to go see the Candlelight Processional. I like to try to see Neil Patrick Harris every year.
Legend, wait for it, Dairy.
Exactly, and I really do like that. And if I don't get to see him this year, I'm not going to be very happy about it.
And we saw him, and I remember when he closed the show, he said, "Go watch Illuminations because it's going away." And I was like, "Oh, he's a fan."
He is a fan of Disney, and you can tell that when you listen to him. And I love
him.
that.
And who's the other one? Stamos. John Stamos.
John Stamos, we found out, owns the old Disneyland sign.
Yes, we did.
The one that they took down and replaced and moved, and he bought it off of eBay.
2000.
He beat Michael Jackson for the bid on that, and it's in his backyard. Apparently, you can see it.
You can see it on the Google Maps. You can see the big Disneyland sign.
But if they're a fan of Disney, I like it. And Neil Patrick Harris is the one I try to see every year. I'm a fan, so.
We've seen him. We've seen Edward James Olmos. We saw John O'Hurley from Seinfeld. Jay Peterman. Who else did we see? We walked by one time when Whoopi Goldberg was doing it.
We saw Air Supply play there once.
We saw Air Supply play. We've seen.
They were all out of love.
I remember I met Huey Lewis one time at Epcot when he was performing. I talked to him for a few minutes. He was cool.
Did he give you the news?
He did give me the business, but he didn't give me the news.
Yeah. I hope the Candlelight Processional is back this year. Like, in the theater where we went today to watch the American Experience, it was every other row was closed off, and then every
4 seats you couldn't sit.
It was like 4 seats you can sit, and then 3 you can't, then 4 you can. Booked up until August 29th for Hollywood.
That makes sense.
Jeff and I have been streaming for 5 years.
We have been on Periscope for 5 years this June.
And it's just a hobby, and we don't keep a schedule or any such thing.
We don't intend to go to YouTube. We don't want to be those people.
You don't have to share us if you don't want to.
We're not making money. We don't have super chats. We'll respond to you even if you're not paying money.
We're not trying to find the biggest audience. We just like people who care about it.
We've cultivated a really cool group of people here on Periscope, and we hope people enjoy what we do. And
make a Periscope channel. I'll share you.
That's another thing that I pride ourselves on. If you want to come to Disney World and share your experience, and I'll follow you, and I'll make sure our followers watch your videos.
I think we're following you two girls. I'm pretty sure that we are. And
we make an effort to try to follow back the people that follow us, especially the people that participate a lot, because we can see you. If we can see on the bottom left of the screen, we can see the people we're following, and Mary Ellen can see when they're typing.
Mm-hmm. And we don't really we're not trying to have the biggest audience,
No.
But if you want a big audience, you'd probably ask people to share you on Reddit or wherever.
Cultivate a good, like I said, YouTube.
You had plans to do the weekly call-in. Oh, yeah, your weekly call-ins. I've been seeing them, and I haven't caught them live yet. Keep at it. I know it may not seem like you have much of an audience, but it'll grow. It really will.
It will. One day it'll just pop. One day you'll get featured or something will happen. Or
the other thing I'll tell you is never argue with shills or people that are trying to troll you, just don't even worry about them. Because who gives a shit, you know? I mean,
never let him see you sweat. Once a troll gets that blood in the water,
and also, you don't want to block people immediately, because sometimes people say kind of controversial things, and you find out they're just curious, you know? They're not. You do get rid of the trolls. Well, we ask that you keep it family friendly and don't talk politics, and otherwise we don't.
What did I say the other day? The conversational equivalent of wearing a pair of pants.
Yeah, just put pants on. I always like to think of all social media, especially Facebook. It's like a big room with everyone you've ever met in it. And if you wouldn't walk into that room and shout it, then don't put it on there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would never walk into a room with everyone I love and announce my politics. So that's my suggestion. The subject matter, go for it, because people, you never know what people are interested in.
Well, hey, it's your stream, so own it. You can make your own rules. Like our friend Brian Baker at Mouse Transit. I had an in-depth conversation with him one time at the bar at Grand Floridian. I remember he was talking, and I am a staunch believer and defender of the First Amendment. I'm like, heck yeah. And that First Amendment means that whoever wants to can get on their Periscope and say whatever they want. You come into my house, keep your shoes on. You know, like...
Stern content once sold. I don't know.
What's that?
Sometimes we don't talk about Disney for hours and people still watch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're not like we're Disney fans, but we're specifically Disney theme park fans and very specifically Disney World fans.
There's a lot of Disney movies I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And people will be like, "Oh, don't you love so and so?"
Like a good example is Vicky. She named her son Flynn. And her dad joked that he should have named it Eugene, and that was the actual name of the Flynn Rider character in Tangled. Mm-hmm. We didn't get that reference right away.
I got it now.
We saw that movie once, you know, and we enjoyed it, but we hadn't watched it a bunch of times.
You're friends with Reverend Bob Levy?
I don't know Bob Levy.
You're pretty cool.
I think I can make that public, no problem.
I think you can too, but I don't want to be in charge if you're kicked out of there. I just want a pack of nicotine gum, please.
I normally order it off of Amazon, but you got to keep ahead of that kind of stuff.
Well, if there's no gum, you could buy me a pack of smokes.
Nope.
Marlboro menthol, please.
You've been doing so good over 2 years. That was the other thing that shocked me. At Universal, they still have smoking sections.
Still have smoking sections. And you look over and there's just people enjoying life, and I think
the first day Mary Ellen and I were in Universal, we got there real early when they had a pre-opening thing where AP holders and resort guests could go on stuff, but regular ticket holders couldn't. So we're sitting there in a nice courtyard area. Mary Ellen is just sitting there, and I go, "We're in a smoking section," and I'm so worried. Like I got to get her out of here before she smells.
I don't care. I love the smell of it. I love it. I don't care. You know how they say, "Oh, I quit smoking, now I can't stand the smell of it." That's because you're crazy. It smells wonderful.
If you're a teenager and you want to be cool, go ahead and start.
It's hard to give up smoking, man. I smoked a pack a day for 15 years.
You use the vlog, the Periscope vlog, as almost a cathartic way of sharing and chronicling your experience.
It was 1 year after I quit smoking that Disney got rid of their smoking section. You drink a lot? I'm not much of a drinker either.
We're not drinkers. I'll socially drink occasionally, but just not my thing.
Oh. Hadn't been much of a drinker in years.
No. I married a New Orleans bartender that doesn't really drink.
Bartending's what got me quit drinking. I never really had an issue with it, but
no.
After I quit bartending, I'd never drink again. But I sure did love those cigarettes. I wonder if they're thinking about me. Now we're on our side of town.
This is Seminole County. We're here in Altamont Springs. This is my home. This is
north of actual downtown Orlando, and it's a beautiful bedroom community. Yeah. It's safe. People are quiet and friendly, and
life is simple here in Grover's Corner.
No, it's the truth. And Jeff's trying to make it to this Publix before it closes in 5 minutes.
I've got 6 minutes to run in there and buy a pack of nicotine gum.
Please, 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 God, let this work. Just get the small box.
That's what I'm doing.
I'll get a big box later.
That's the idea. There's a little box of the coupons.
I'll tell you one thing. If you run out of nicotine gum late at night, it's a bigger deal than if you run out of cigarettes late at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are kind of far from Disney, but...
We're about 30 minutes out.
This is where Jeff was born and raised. His family lives right up the street.
Yeah, we've got some businesses here. My brother-in-law works in law enforcement for one of the local municipalities. So this is my community. And I like being this close to Disney.
Well, Pat, I saw that you said you were looking for a place to rent, or a permanent place? Or are you... talking about renting for a few days. Oh, I don't think this is open, baby.
It's worth a shot.
Oh my God, please.
Do you see ours?
No, it's closed. That's closed.
Oh, shoot. I can get you at a pharmacy, though. Don't worry.
Sorry, babe. That's closed. We'll live. I won't live without nicotine gum, but we'll try to live. You might use these guys from Disboard. What does that mean? Okay, so you're looking to leave. Well, okay, if you want to live near Disney and the attractions, I really would suggest the other side of town.
Yeah, not where we live.
However, where we live, we have the pass for the toll roads.
Yeah, it's an e-pass.
And it's fine. It works out great. Oh, Publix closes at 9? Oh.
They usually close at 10, but I think that's the COVID hours, so...
Oh, a realtor from the Disboard. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
But if you were to look up at near Altamont and Longwood, you might even find cheaper rent.
Rents here, they're pretty competitive. Yeah.
Well, if 30 to 45 minutes away is fine, I really would look in the Longwood, Altamont Springs area.
Lake Mary.
Avoid Apopka. I don't know why. I just don't like Apopka.
She does not.
And I don't know. I like living on this side of town.
No, it's wonderful.
But again, we live on this side of town because this is where Jeff's family lives.
That's where I grew up.
Lake Mary is far. We used to own a house in Lake Mary, and I tell you that's a long way away because there's no actual tolls close to it either. So if you're going to use a toll,
you have to take I-4 to the 414, and then take that at the toll roads, or just take I-4 through downtown, which is just a nightmare.
You can look at Wekiva. Wekiva's a nice area.
Oh yeah.
And near Bear Lake is a good one.
Bear Lake is great because it's right there near the 429.
Oh, okay. You have a cousin that works in real estate. Let us know. Kind of let me know what you decide, and I'll tell you, what I think. If you care about my opinion, I'll let you know.
Or if you don't.
Even if you don't, I'll still let you know. Well, Jeff grew up here, so he's going to know better than just about anyone. I wouldn't live in downtown Orlando or the Pine Hills area. I would avoid that.
It's just so built up. Although Metro West is kind of... not Metro West. College Park I really like.
Yeah, but that's far from everything, isn't it?
You're going to deal with a lot of traffic getting in and out of there.
Yeah.
There's also like the Oviedo area, that side of town, Waterford Lakes. That's a great new area, and you can take the Greenway to Disney World. So that's the opposite side of the Beltway.
Mm-hmm.
417. I couldn't remember the number, but it's the Greenway.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Since it's been on all night.
I think we've had our fill.
I would check out the replays if you missed them because there are some good food.
They are a lot of fun, and I'm going to relabel them tonight, so we should be all set there.
I'm going to let these people finish up with their typing so I don't cut anybody off.
So I'm going to try that Walgreens next.
I bet you they have it.
I bet you they close at 10 o'clock.
You've done the 417, yeah. It's a nice road.
Yeah, very nice.
You guys have a good night. Grizz,
say hi to .com.
Say hi to .com, but I'll catch you live eventually, I promise, and I'll share your stuff with us. And everybody who's watching or rewatching, watching the replays should follow Grizz. And we'll see you guys soon.
Hey, Saturday, 8 a.m., we're going to Magic Kingdom. We'll probably come to you live from the road on the way there. Can't wait to do it.
You bought a place in a 55 plus community even though you weren't 55 yet. That is a brilliant move, by the way. Those 55 plus places are, I used to work in them. They're fabulous. Those people are happy. They're always busy. There's always something to do. And if you can get in before you turn 55, that's probably the best way to do it. Because
I have an uncle who's a couple years younger than my dad, and he married a woman who is younger than his oldest son.
Yeah.
And she loved living
the 55
in those communities.
I'm not kidding. I would live in them. I really would. I wouldn't have the first bit of a problem with it. If they'd let me go now, I'd move into them. That's how weird I am. But whatever. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on Saturday.